Hello, welcome to this week's edition of Shrink This. I am Dr. Mel. Our question this week comes from Will in Atlanta, Georgia. He asked a question pertaining to the age-old Christian value of turning the other cheek, when and if it is appropriate to use retaliation. When thinking of this topic, I immediately go back to an issue I discussed with all my children and adolescents when we begin therapy, and that is, no feeling is a bad feeling. It's just that. It's a feeling. It's our reality. But it's important to evaluate what we do with our feelings, because once we act on our feelings, then we are responsible for our actions, and they can sometimes lead to negative consequences. Now, in the absence of imminent danger, we have the time and space to process, discuss, and understand our feelings, and to determine effective ways to reduce the pain and suffering and harm that one may experience as a result of being victimized or harmed by another individual. Now, in those situations of imminent danger, as Will discussed in his question, if we are witnessing our child or our spouse being assaulted, what do we do in the moment? Well, I believe human nature dictates that we would intervene to produce some level of safety and reduce the harm that is going on. If that means intervening ourselves, if that means calling the authorities, but whatever is necessary at that moment to preserve life. Now, once that has been achieved, then we think about that principle of turning the other cheek. Do we cross the line once there is no longer imminent danger and seek to harm the person whom has harmed us? Well, this oftentimes results because we have unresolved pain and suffering and very strong emotions resulting from being harmed. And as I said earlier, no feeling is a bad feeling. Those are emotions that must be processed and dealt with in order for one to proceed and to live a healthy and normal functioning life. Now, there are methods that can be used to help one to resolve those feelings of negative emotions. We can engage in relaxation techniques. You can speak with a spiritual advisor. You can engage in psychotherapy. Psychotherapy would be an optimal option for an individual whereby you can process and have a greater understanding of your feelings, and together with a therapist, develop very effective strategies to deal with those feelings of pain and anger that are naturally there once one has been victimized. So when we go back to Will's question, is it ever appropriate to perform retaliation? It's very specific to the situation. It's very different if you are in imminent danger or if an act has ended and now you're trying to determine what to do at that point. Well, thank you very much for tuning in for this short talk today about turning the other cheek. And continue to follow us on our Facebook page, On Purpose Productions. And please do continue to send us your questions for Shrink This. Thank you.